Hold on a second. Just okay. Setting up my live stream really quick. Perhaps I have to wait some time for it. I have to have a look right from this, from the screen right there. So, hi to everyone who just joined. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Happy New Year 2026. And I wish you the best for the upcoming year in regards of success, luck, and love from your very own and best King Kenshi. Now I'm just gonna try to open this once again. For a moment. See if I can. Okay. Hi everyone. Hi. Hi Shaiti. I'm doing great. I decided another Saturday to do a live stream, and hopefully there will be people joining the live stream, more and more people, so we can talk and chill out together in the very first live stream of the year. I'm currently 24 to the question of Star Peach. Happy New Year, Thomas. Happy New Year. Yeah, it's been chill. Great to know. Now, if only my YouTube channel for my phone would let me upload my thumbnail, just like how it worked the previous time, would be amazing. But it still doesn't let me. I guess several minutes have to pass before proceeding and editing the current live stream. So, yeah, give me a sec. Right. No, I just can download it. Just struggling with the current technical difficulties. Maybe now it would let me. Okay, it is loading and nothing. Alright, I guess I'll be joining this from my phone so I can be able to look at the chat easier compared to here. Alright. Yes, I am from Bulgaria. That is correct. You touching the screen, that looks very relaxing. Yeah, I've done this a couple of times and I don't mind doing this. Once again, hi there, William. It's great to see you here. So, today has been quite, I guess, the day for me. I tried to do some kind of a video, or at least I attempted to try one. Basically, today I did a video of 1 hour. Yeah, you may say it's quite long, to be watched overall. And basically, I was torturing myself in this video, so yeah, you're gonna be having soon a video of me torturing myself. But yeah, it was hell. It was basically one hour video of me just doing one thing, exactly one thing. And I said to myself that this time I'm not gonna be editing anything, I'm not gonna be cutting, I'm not gonna be assembling, combining different pieces of videos, just doing a raw footage of 1 hour. You may as well call it a challenge. It is. It was for me a challenge, and basically can't believe I did it. But anyways, yeah, you'll be enjoying this soon. Yeah, I hope you had a new great year to Bastille. Happy New Year, Rima. Have you done your first workout for the year? Basically, yeah, I did it from home right here on the floor. I was doing weighted push-ups. Plus, okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a spoiler. I did in my video. I actually exercised. I did some kind of a isometric exercise, and like I said, that was for 1 hour without editing, without taking a break, and it was hell. Basically, my whole body was burning, but I still can't believe I did it. It was quite a workout for me, so I guess it counts. I mean, if it has burned, it does the job. Hi there, Lewis. Hi there, BS. I'm doing fine. Happy New Year, Tom Culver. But don't ask some a bit extreme things. The only extreme thing, like I said, I did today was a 1 hour video, which I will be editing tomorrow. Honestly, I've been thinking about when editing this 1 hour video actually to not edit it at all, just export it and upload it so it can be realistic and prove that this 1 hour I did is actually 1 hour and not just some kind of editing bullshit. Do you have any New Year's resolution for 2026? Well, basically to keep being in the working out lock-in mode, because sometimes, especially right now during the winter, it's really cold for me to go to the gym, which is close, like 10 minutes. But despite being 10 minutes, my skin can really endure and take the cold, which has been around where I live for at least 3 weeks now. And it's only going to get worse because in February is going to be the peak of this cold. That's when the Arctic wind blows in your face, blows at your clothes, at every single layer of jacket and scarf you wear. It goes through them. And then you wonder if you're actually wearing any winter clothes, any jackets, any shirts, any blues, pullovers. But no, you actually don't wear them because the wind goes through them and it feels like hell. Happy New Year, Haru. Greetings. Happy New Year, you Sarah. Sorry, I can't seem to be. Alright, now I'm just gonna. Because I can't see at all. Alright, I think it's fine now. Oh, wait. Yeah, now I think it's fine. Wait. Center it. Hold on. Sorry, I had to reposition myself because I didn't pick the best position for me to read the chat, read your questions and comments, and at the same time, talk and interact and answer. Do you know what's the worst, cold in your country or the wet summer in Santos, Brazil? Which do you prefer? I actually prefer none. I'm not a fan of the summer nor the winter. I dislike both of them because both of them have the things I dislike. I prefer it balanced. Do I plan to do more workout videos? Well, the upcoming one, I guess it's kind of working out one, even though it's not actually a working out, but it is. So I'm still wondering if it is. So I guess, let's say in your case, for your question, I guess it is. So yeah, I've already made one today. Do I like spicy food? Not quite a lot. I'm okay with non-spicy food. It's just fine for me. Needed to stream, have to wake up in 3 hours to have at least 2 hours of sleep. What kind of schedule you have? That's one of a schedule we have, one heck of a schedule we have. How was my New Year? Basically, I spent New Year Eve at home with my mom, and that was pretty much it. Nothing too chic, nothing too surprising, nothing new. Just spending time with the family, which is my mom. And basically, that's that. Best way to do it. I agree, absolutely. Yeah, basically that's pretty much it. I'm not that kind of a guy to spend New Year Eve with friends, because friends are friends, but they're not that close to spend my New Year Eve than leaving my mom spend it herself. It's kind of a fucked up thing. I don't think I could do, unless I am fucked up in the head, but I'm still not. I haven't turned into that villain, into the villain arc, into the moron arc, as we say it. Hopefully I don't turn into one. So yeah, that's basically it. Genship villain arc. Yeah, I mean not like in joke way, but more like a real villain, like some kind of a fucked up in the head guy who you call a moron and a total jerk, a loser. Can you give us a flex, bro? You'll be getting a lot of flex in my upcoming video. Don't worry about it. For how long are you already training? I've been training since October 2023. Basically, I started with basic exercises for the arms. For the back, I was really enthusiastic and motivated to do the lats, simply because I couldn't do one pull-up at all. So at first I did dead hangs, because hanging was the most basic thing I could do. Literally, I can't pull myself. Then, progressing through the months, I managed to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now doing up to 20 pull-ups. But I don't do them without any weight. I add myself 44 pounds of weight plate on my belt, and I do like 5, 6 reps per set. Basically, lats equals wings. I couldn't agree more. And I'm more like not building that really big physique, but more like the endurance and strength I could have with the calisthenic exercises I'm currently doing. Work hard to work. Exactly. I have a crazy build. I basically have a toned standard build of someone who just eats and sleeps. I guess let's say it more like a dirty bulk build because I'm not a specific regime. My point is to gain weight and at the same time gain some kind of a muscle. But I'm not cleansing myself from excessive body fat. I just haven't really get on with this like super locked in getting rid of all the body weight. I think there has to be some kind of body weight maintaining under 10%. I think I'm currently above 10%, but anyways, I don't think it's that much of a problem. It is harder for me to eat more like because sometimes you really don't have the time to cook after work or before work, and you have to improvise. I improvise and I still eat. But yeah, it's more like to eat rather than train. How do I stay motivated? At first, motivation just comes from me with my mindset, which is basically telling me that this is going to be a long journey and that I should be prepared. And if I want something long lasting and significant, remarkable to be noticed by me and others, I would have to lock in for quite a long time. And that's how I motivate myself. That it would take a lot of time. Yeah, actually that sounds quite unmotivating, but for me it is motivating because I believe that the slower the things are, the better the results are. Because when you have things progressing fast, it feels unrealistic. Do I drink? Occasionally, I do drink. Book recommendations. All right. It would sound like a troglodyte, but I haven't read a single book for quite a long time. I guess I am stupid. I guess I am dumb. I'm not that intelligent. I agree. I only go and bust my ass in the gym. What is that emoji? Is that a wave emoji? Hello there, phosphorus. Wow. Kind of a chemical name you got there. Reminds me of basically back in high school when I couldn't pass chemistry class. I barely passed it because I was horrible at chemistry, a subject I used to dislike because it wasn't interesting to me. And because of that, I didn't study, which led me only to F's, to the lowest grades. It wasn't pleasant back then. Now that I think about it, it's funny. But back then it wasn't really funny. It was quite unpleasant for me. But yeah, each time I got my test results, I was like, I mean, yeah, could be worse. Could be a blank. Could be a test with blank answers. From Breaking Bad in school. School basically, I don't know what teaches you. Teaches you how to be a good little doggy. That's basically it. Gancho da big SM. Such a relatable reaction. Yeah, basically, I was like that. I was like, can't believe I actually got F. But at the same time, I'm not surprised that much that I got F. I mean, apparently, I was improvising quite a lot, reading a lot of, typing a lot of bullshit, writing a lot of bullshit on the test. And, when you write this, you can expect something else. I just thought that it would work for me so I can pass a little bit above, but it didn't work. At least it worked like 10% of the time. Then I had to log in because one day the teacher told me, with those grades, I can't let you pass. And I was like, wait, I'm not passing 11th grade. All right, ask me a question, I asked my teacher. And she was like, well, how are you feeling today? That shocked me so much. I was like, I'm feeling fine in this fine afternoon. I meant the more, subject-oriented questions, the chemistry ones. And then she started asking, and I couldn't answer any of them. I was ready to answer them out, but then I remember, oh wait, I didn't study for this as well. Merci, merci, je What was my favorite subject? I guess I can say history, geography, and English. For sure. What's my gym routine? I basically, here's a summary of my gym list. For a specific day, I do, let's say, chest and biceps. Then I do triceps only. Then I do lats, back. Then I do only legs. And in between those, I do abs. That's pretty much it. I do not do anything like push and pull days, because I don't really understand those. From what I've understood is that push means push exercises like you push, and pull exercises like you're pulling yourself, pulling weight. I think that's it. I may sound like an idiot, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not, I guess my improvisation worked. But yeah, that's basically it. My gym journey basically is still ongoing. Like, I don't want to stop here, like right now. I certainly think that I could do more, especially with the weight gaining, because I've gained weight, and I think if I gained more, it would help me to look even better. But of course, that will require around 1 year, around additional year for me to, try to make something and make it look significant and noticeable. Push is basically back and biceps, and pull is chest and triceps. Oh, wow. Well, that's quite a straightforward and simple program. I guess I've been doing that. What's the diet like? I eat a lot of pork, beef, and chicken, the least. I eat salmon as the only fish food. Salad. I eat yogurt. Let's see, what else? I'm eating fried food too. Recently I've been eating quite a lot, but I'm still focusing on eating meat. So there's always the meat. And there you go, that's pretty much it. Hold on. Is Kenshi my name? Kenshi is my name. You can use this name. Yeah, Kenshi is my name. From your first videos to now. I mean, I think everyone, not just everyone, but everything in this world changes eventually. It looks one in 2018, and it looks another in 2026. It's normal. I mean, people change. Things change. Objects change. Wait, what are two mics? Oh no, those are my headphones for basically for my other phone. You remember me, Chris? Me and Chris from St. Petersburg, Florida. Chris from St. Petersburg in Florida? Depends when it happened. You can clearly tell that I don't think I remember. Sorry. Do I play basketball? No, I tried playing basketball. I'm horrible at it. For responses, bro. Yeah, more Korean nerve exams for sure. The doctor role plays. Well, still keep going because they're nice and relaxing to be watched. At least that's my opinion. I'm pretty sure it covers almost the same opinions for the others, probably including yours. I'm not sure. I'm talking based on my memory and observation, but yeah. So basically, that's that about my eating, exercises. Well, there is always more to talk about what I do outside my ASMR. I actually game as well, but like I play a few games. I exclude that one wretched game I talk about and I won't talk about. Have a good night. Mind reset for you. Alright, what time is it over there right now? Right now it's 3 a.m., which means you're around Europe. Which games I play? Recently I started playing Schedule 1. I play Bully, that the Rockstar game from 2008, which is forgotten by Rockstar. And I think it's a pretty nice game to replay it once again. I've completed it before, now I'm trying to fully complete it. Of course, behind the scenes, behind the videos. But it keeps crashing because it's not optimized for Windows 11. Then you have Leak, but I exclude Leak, so that's it. Oh yeah, I actually play the Age of Empires franchise. I have 2 and 3. More typing sounds coming. Yeah, of course, I got that right. Definitely a night bird. I am a night bird because it is necessary for me to be a night bird. Let's say if tomorrow was a working day for me, I wouldn't be a night bird because I have to wake up early for work. If I don't wake up early for work, the alarm won't wake me up. I will get late for work and I will get fired. So yeah, I'm not a night bird actually. Do a police interrogation. Police interrogation. The previous couple of times I did police interrogation, people kind of attacked me for using the police brutality, which they think it's only visible and possible to see in America. And I was quite confused and cringed, like people attacked me because I used police role plays and they thought I was attacking minorities. I'm like, bro, I never even think about that. But sure. Hi, Nikums. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Was this live stream just a random thought? Live stream like this was planned for 3 a.m. This live stream was planned yesterday. I decided to do it today at around 3 a.m. So you can say it was kind of planned, not like planned 1 week ago. I don't plan things that early, unless they're super important. Not that I don't plan them. But yeah, I am a night bird during weekends. When I need to wake up early and log in, I'm pretty early bird. More haircut ASMR in 2026. Oh yeah, looks like someone needs cutting their hair, right? Probably. What's your favorite ASMR trigger? Sarah? I think it's more like, I think it's the plethora of triggers which are included in a roleplay, not just one specific trigger. They can be a combination of triggers. What did you do on night? You mean, what did I do? New Year Eve. I celebrated with my mom at home. That's pretty much it. She's my family, and that's it. Oh, please, why did people take it so seriously? Because people have issues in real life, and they try to transfer those issues to internet to some random YouTuber guy and condemn him in being racist, in being vile, in being ignorant. I'm just like watching like that the comments, and I'm like, is this how humanity progressed in 2000 years? All right, sure. I mean, I honestly don't know what to say at this point. If you have something, you say it. If you don't, you don't. I don't. So yeah, I don't. What ASMR brings you up in your life? More like brings me to sleep, puts me down to sleep. More like this type. I like the roleplay types of ASMR. Is he right? Am I right? Am I right, chat? Am I right, everyone? Probably not. For some people, I may be right. For others, I'm probably not right. So unright. So ignorant and selfish right now. But for this third group of people, they're like, I don't know. Okay, so two people believe I'm right. Great. I mean, out of 34 people watching me, I guess 2 people are, count as a vote. Let's say the other 30, 32 are like, I don't know what's going on here, so I'm gonna restrain myself. And I agree with you. I'm like the same. But yeah. I think you're right as well, don't worry. No, I'm not saying I should be right. That's my own viewpoint. I think people have issues. So when they go on internet and see something that triggers them, but they know there are like 2 sides of the story. It's not like how it seems because they don't think logically. They start typing different bullshit on the comments without even thinking. And I've been in the same shoes. I know how this happens when you're frustrated about life and you see something that that just is on the icing of the cake, and you're like, let me just write some bullshit. Like you're typing some shit and you feel great typing this, and you think you've done a good deed, like you've roasted this person, but this person, Amy, is like, sure, yeah. The most challenging aspects of being an ASMR artist, I think right now, one of the biggest aspects to me is rather coming up with new ideas. I used to be a student. I had a lot of ideas because back then I was unemployed. I had no job. I had no other issues in life. I had a lot of time and I was fresh and green. in the YouTube, let's say in the YouTube journey, I I had a lot of ideas. I had like 200 plus ideas for my channel. I wrote them once, and those 200 videos, you would see them on my channel. 200 plus videos, and that's normal. And after that, you have a decline because first, I'm working, I have other personal issues, and third, there's always a decline. And one thing, you gradually climb up, there's a peak, and then you decline. It happens with everyone. Wasn't that deep? I love you though. I don't even remember what kind of question you gave me. Keyboard warriors, believe me. I know them well. Look, I'm a keyboard warrior myself. Let me just tell you that. Hold on. I need to disable this. I'm a keyboard warrior myself at games. I trash talk too. I can't hide this. I can tell you I'm not a keyboard warrior because you would be like, oh, really, bro? Ain't you lying to me? So yeah, I am a keyboard warrior too. I've done that, commenting bullshit on YouTube videos. It doesn't end well because you keep getting frustrated because more people just, fans and other logically thinking people and join your comment and, they just defend the video, the content of the video, the purpose of the video, and any aspect of it. You're just, trying to type something which isn't true, and people, get frustrated that you're trying to type some shit. Of course, they would jump in and basically demolish you virtually. And you feel more frustrated, you feel more stressed, you feel like you should be typing more and more. And that's how you waste a lot of time with that. I've done that before. I can't lie. It brings nothing. I even used to join random Discord channels and just type lots of bullshit like how people are shit overall, and those people in this server should, I don't know, just throw themselves from the balcony. Well, basically, you get attacked by them, obviously. There's no other way to go through this. I'm high as shit right now. I have no idea what's this guy talking about. I have no idea. Top hat. I have no idea too, trust me. I'm not high, but I have no idea. What is your mother tongue? It is Bulgarian. And some dude is in the chat is asking me to speak in Bulgarian. Bro, if I speak in Bulgarian, would those 40 people in the chat understand me? Maybe probably you only. And one more guy. And the rest are like, he's talking gibberish. He's talking like a caveman. Let's all leave the chat. What's the purpose of it? Showing all the videos. Thank you very much, Rick Shulke. I remember you very well. You're one of the older fans, which I really appreciate. And I thank you for sticking out to watch my videos, to still watch them, and be observant to notice that it's not just, this kinky ASMR I've been doing. I've been doing also doctor roleplays, which for some people is really convenient for them not to notice it, and they're like, oh, he's making only kinky ASMR. It's not that ASMR, he's showing off. Yeah, that's because you only see those, but you don't see the rest. Or you pretend you don't see it. Hold on a second. Sorry, I just cleared my voice. Teaches Bulgarian. I'm the worst teacher there could be. What's your MBTI type? What is that, Sarah? I don't seem to be familiar with the abbreviations. Maybe for tingles. It inspires me to lift and grow my own muscles. Really depends how old are you, what's your life like, what's your lifestyle like, and are you willing to change it? Not high, no ideas, real. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm just that type of person which basically is living the life of the modern slave. I go to work 9 hours per 5 days. I leave work. I come back. I barely have any time. I eat, I train, and then I go to sleep. And whenever I can, I do a video, which is most of the time during weekends or morning before work. It's kind of challenging because then I have to prepare myself really fast, have breakfast, and drive to work, which most of the time has a lot of traffic until I reach my place. The ASMR roleplays to whatever happened to Agent Salazar. Agent Salazar is currently on a really important mission. It involves saving a really important person. It could be a president or a minister, premier, prime minister, whatever you call it. A lot of very important VIPs to save nowadays. We live in a really short world, potentially dangerous. Happy New Year, aesthetic boy. What are my hopes for this year? My hope is to keep doing videos and to keep training, because I just wish myself motivation, which of course comes in me, so I wish myself more motivation. That's it. It's the Myers-Briggs 16-time personality test. Oh. Alright, so yeah, I've done such a test. It was required for one of the job ads I applied in the summer. And basically, I did such a test. It was hell long. Eventually, I started doing random answers because, they asked me literally 100 questions regarding my personality. Like, bro, I am applying for a job, not for a psychological profile to attend asylum. I'm not mental. Not yet. This is not a psycho test. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm some kind of what INTG, I guess. I'm not sure. Each test showing me a different answer, and that was like, I don't know what kind of person I am. I can be a very different person. Let's say I play a little bit of like an actor, because not sometimes, sorry, I lied to you. Most of the time, you're required to be an actor, so yeah, because life is quite a theater. I could be a good actor. Actors are required to learn scripts. I don't like learning scripts. I like improvising, which most of the times turn out to be a really dull improvising. So I don't improvise and I try to learn a script. But when I try to learn a script, I can't seem to learn it. I keep forgetting the important aspects of the script. And then I start improvising, but those are the important aspects. So yeah, it's like some kind of a limbo. What countries have you been to? I've been to none of the countries so far. Yeah, a little bit weird. But yeah, like I said, I'm living the life of the modern slave. If I could travel to countries, that means I'm living quite a luxurious life. Despite being untrue, I can take a paid leave and enjoy life as how it is. Travel to different countries. Yeah, I agree. I can do that. I just haven't really thought of doing it yet. Yeah, I thought INTG or INVG would check out, but that's true. We're more complex than that. I think those tests do not really determine what kind of person you are. No tests or people or specialists can determine who you are. They cannot fully determine your profile. They will never determine your profile. None can. I can't. You can't. Freud can't. And yeah, that's basically it. My radiator decided to join too. Yeah, my heater. on. I can love your videos. Are you okay with the people asking for more kink videos like shortlist ones, or even asking about OnlyFans? I think it can be very annoying sometimes, especially on the internet. Okay, I'm going to talk about this once again. I do kinky ASMR, but it's not entirely kinky. I do doctor roleplays too, but for some people it's convenient to close their eyes for doctor roleplays, but open their eyes only for the kinky ASMR. That's fine. Do whichever you prefer. But the truth is one, and it is different. And about OnlyFans, sorry. If I was a girl, I could try this. But right now, given the fact that every time someone goes on OnlyFans and have their content leaked by a few people to all the people on the internet, and at the same time you're losing money, I don't think that's a good idea for me. And especially as a guy, I don't think it's my place there. So yeah. Bulgarian reminds me a lot to Russian. Yeah, they're similar languages, I agree. Bulgarian is similar to Russian. Not to mention that we're from the same alphabet. Hold on a second. Sorry, I had to clear my voice once again. I do that occasionally since, talking for hours is quite stressing your vocal cords and your throat. So yeah, about the question for kinky ASMR and for OnlyFans, that's my opinion, especially for OnlyFans. Everyone else is welcome to try this, but not me. I have my, let's say, other ways of basically doing content as a guy. I think as a guy, I should be doing more masculine content and rather feminine content, which I believe is more appropriate and suitable on this platform I mentioned, which I'm not going to mention anymore because at this point I'm giving free advertising to it. Not that nobody knows about it, like the whole world knows about it, but yeah, whoever doesn't know about it and lives under a rock, well, welcome to the modern world. So that's basically it. Oh, I've been streaming already for 1 hour. Wow, time passes really fast. Like I remember it was 2:40 when I started live stream, and now suddenly it's like, well, we're half past 3 a.m. Not even 45 minutes. Yeah, like 45, 48 minutes for me, which I see on my device there, which I follow. Basically, the comments there, how I'm being heard on the mic level, etc. Yin and yang is okay. I think balance, there is a balance in the whole world. There should be a balance. Good can prevail nor evil can prevail. If one prevails, then for sure it's going to prevail for only a limited time because the other one is going to catch up to it eventually. What is my lucky number? I guess I could say more like 5. I feel like 5 is my lucky number. I'm not sure why. I don't associate it with anything. I just think it's a lucky number. 5, yeah, for sure, 5. Again, I don't know why. I just think it's a rather nice number. Number 5. Fortunately, I tried to change the thumbnail. Let me see, I can do it again. What you work on? What do I work on? What do I work on? Like, work on what exactly? Because, that's a really general question. I could tell you what I'm working on as in the gym, or as a job, or currently what I'm working on as a project. But, you have to specify like what you're asking. Hold on, I'm just checking something. While I'm touching the screen, don't mind me. Alright, yeah, I think I should be fine now to change my thumbnail or not. No, I can't, of course. Why would I can? What is my job? My job is an accountant. Accountant, yeah. Currently an accountant. It's been like more than 2 years of experience in accounting. And I think I have to learn quite a lot more because it's a profession requiring a lot of experience and knowledge which is gained through reading legislation and working on different cases of how to book, how to basically how to implement an asset or liability in the system, in the accounting software. Book it. How do you book it? So the tax authorities do not come to you and they're like, I see this shit there and that's not good. This is really shit. Really sus shit. We don't like it. It stains your records. And we need to fine you for that. The biggest enemies of one company is not only the fines. Yeah, the fines are one of them. But then you have the salaries. Yeah. Number one enemy of each company, even the company you're currently working on, is the salary. Because with the AI being implemented in the robots, the main purpose of each company is to get rid of you, because in that way they're getting rid of the high costs of the salaries. Because let's be honest, the biggest consumer of money in one company are the salaries. And normally, each company, the investors, the directors, the board of directors aim to reduce those costs by automatizing the tasks and getting rid of you. Start my own company is, I think it's easy to start. Maintaining it is another thing. But maybe one day I could. Saying such shit. Well, I haven't seen this like on the official email correspondence, but I can see that. I can see that. It's like a slang. It's like, imagine our generation, Gen Z, saying this. That's some such shit on your records. We need additional clarification. You're like chuckling. Then you wonder if this is for real or they're actually joking. But eventually did not joke. Anyways, yeah, that's very much it. But about starting a company, I think it's quite difficult. Usually, what type of music you like? Slowed, reverbed music. I've been listening for gym. Those are pretty popular nowadays. And I think they're pretty sick and nice. It can be any kind of slowed and reverbed music, but I really enjoyed it and I've been enjoying it recently. I keep getting ads on my very own live stream. Now I see the struggle. It's really shitty. Yeah. Let me just go back again and try to. I know last time how I did manage to add my freaking thumbnail, which I still can't seem to add. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Can I just see the chat like that? Okay, that should be it. That should be the chat. Yeah, this is the type of music I listen. It's common. A lot of people listen to it. Slow music for gin. They listen to nightcore for energy. I was a okay. Let me tell you something. I was a nightcore fan in 2017. I used to listen to nightcore back then when I was a twink. Back then, when I was this really depressed, desperate teenager who didn't know what they wanted in life, and trust me, I still don't. Partially. But back then, I didn't know what I wanted in life. I was living the life of that one grumpy teenager who thinks they know everything in life. But oh boy, yeah, the hormones really kicked in back then. And I really struggled talking with women, with girls. I tried talking. I actually had a few crushes, but it didn't work out simply because I was out of their league. Even for the girls, which were, coming from average families, I was still out of the league. That means I was even under the average, let alone talking about the ones above the average. But yeah, back then I was a nightcore fan, and that was one of the ways to, reduce my stress. Star Peach, I'm currently 6 feet tall. I don't expect. Why did I say even currently? I don't expect to grow anymore anytime soon. I really don't, because I'm tired of growing in height. I think I'm pretty normal height for a guy, averagely tall. Now I need to, stretch in like quite to gain mass on these sides rather than the height. So yeah. Did you think of modeling at all? Modeling with the current shit that I have on my skin, I don't think I could be ever a model. Not in this life, maybe in the afterlife or in the next life, but in this, not really. See you at your next video, Pierre. I really hope you enjoyed the live stream. Stay safe out there. Hold on a second. Clearing my voice once again, because I feel like after some time of talking, I get tired. My voice gets tired, and it needs a little bit of a reset. But basically, about modeling, I don't think it's my profession. I prefer something more for a guy. Not that accountant is the job for a guy, but it's better than a model. I think girls can be models. Sure, why not? Let the women have their own, territories where they can be themselves, work without worrying that a guy might come in there, storm in, and take all the fame, money, and position of them being a model. So yeah, now you're gonna leave me without any comments and questions, so I can wonder what to say. You would make an amazing model because you are artistic. Yeah, I'm artistic until the point where I have to put extra effort, and that's when I say, oh, actually, being artistic is really stressful for me because I have to use my head quite a lot of times. And at the same time, I'm working. It's bad enough that I work there, and now I have to, focus on that other thing. But I want to game as well. I want to be lazy too. And then we have. I think you will be very successful at whatever you choose to do in the future. I think, Rick, that really depends on myself. And I know myself. I'm that type of person which is locked in until the point where I see what this is all about. And then I'm like, Yeah, no. So that's what I say to myself. I'm lacking muscle gaining. Give me some tips for it. Oh yeah, you just stormed in this live stream and you're like, oh please, please, my dear God, can she give me an advice on how to gain muscle as if I'm looking like Arnold. I'm looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. The only tip I can give you is gradually, progressively overloading yourself with exercises and just eat and sleep. I don't know what else to tell you. Rahi Ahmed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Are there any hobbies you'd like to get into you haven't had a chance to? Alright, let me think about what I actually think about. I haven't really got on with it because then my time would be super limited. And I have to, cut some of my current hobbies is actually learning martial arts. But those heavy full body contact martial arts. Maybe because I have some stored anger in me. Let's call it like the powder in the powder keg. Like when you feel a powder keg, when you fill up a keg with powder, you know, until a gunpowder, until the end, until it's fully full. And yeah, I'm that kind of person that currently is being poured with gunpowder, and one day it could explode, which is not that good because you're bottling up. I'm kind of bottling up those emotions, and one day they would just spark up, and I would do something stupid, which would cost all the things I've accomplished so far. Sorry, I'm currently clearing my voice quite a lot now. Bottling up is definitely unhealthy in some sense. Yeah, but sometimes you just don't have a choice. It can be at work, it can be with friends, it can be in games because I'm trying to change, but I can't because when you've gathered up with NPCs, when you've gathered with bots, with even worse than ChatGPT people, you're asking yourself, are those people from your same kind? And why do you differ from them? Why are they being so dumb? Sorry that I'm sounding like a moron right now because you're probably saying to yourself, "Wow, this guy is kind of a jerk because he thinks he's better than those people." No, I'm not. There are people better than me. I'm talking about the people that are worse than me because there's always people better than you, but there's always people worse than you. And I'm focusing on the worst ones because it's more convenient for me. No, I feel like you're right. I don't think it's pretty much moron behavior. I don't know, I think it can be a moron behavior, and I think I'm quite enjoying this. I mean, being a moron is sometimes frustrating for yourself. You feel bad about it. But most of the time, you feel like, well, if people do that to you, you should return fire, returning the gesture. And sometimes I return the gesture doubled. That's why I was told. Insult people, curse people, and insult people like they do to you, but twice, or tripled, or quadrupled. So when someone insults you, make sure you return fire, but even quadrupled. Of course, that's not a good advice. Don't listen to that. It's just me joking in a very dumb way. Don't return fire because it's only gonna get worse. This is not how you end a conflict. So yeah, sometimes bottling up, just shutting up. Trying to calm down for 2-3 minutes. Sometimes those 2-3 minutes of you being frustrated and like you really want to say something, you should not. You should take a deep breath and don't say anything because it's only gonna get worse for you. Because then, after it happened, you'd be like, "I've said a dumb thing. I did a dumb thing. I shouldn't have done that." Then you're feeling sorry. You're having regrets. I've been there. That's why I advise you not to. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna give you an example. What happened to Jim last week? It was a really, really awkward and really cringy situation. Hold on. So last week in gym, I almost went in a fight with a guy. Almost. I say almost because I decided not to escalate this and fight with some random people in front of 100 people so they can see I started the fight and then get sued for inflicting damage, physical damage on this person. For Christmas, I almost got what I really desired, a conflict with someone random so I can get into fight, because it's been quite a while I got into fight. So yeah, about this. Basically, I was doing a leg day that one Sunday. That's before the New Year Eve. I was doing legs. Basically, I was putting weights on my barbell. It's a device which I train my calves. I put a basin so I can go deeper with stretching my calves. And then some guy came. He was doing on the other side. He was doing squats. I already did the squats. And while I'm putting weights of 230 pounds right in front of me, I keep coming back for more because I need to put more for the calves for this device because I use almost, let's say, I use around 200 pounds for the calves because I'm used to. And then this guy just takes off my weight plates and puts them on his barbell. And I'm like coming and watching my weight plates being taken away demonstratively. And he's looking at me. All right. Okay, wait. I see he was trying to pick up a fight, obviously. I could have just, grabbed him by the head and slapped him a few times in the head and nobody would notice anything. That's easier for me. I would just surprisingly hit him in the head and nobody would know anything. But is that the point? I don't think so. The gym is not mine, so it's not his. But he acted like his gym belongs to his dad or his grandfather. Sure, okay, fine, mate. Take my stuff, but I will come back and use them when you're done. So I went to do something else. For me, it was easier to just go and ask the guy, mate, could you please stop taking the weight plates for yourself? But this guy was, I think he was around my build. Yeah, sometimes you have to choose violence. Not in this case. Like in front of 100 people in the gym, trying to pick up a fight where like 90% of the people are men, just looking up to, beat up someone because of our hormones, of our testosterone. Yeah, I don't think it was the perfect place. I could have just waited for him in front of the gym and asked him if he has something to say, has something issues, or if he's someone he knows me, but I don't. He might refresh my memory so we can sort this out. Build whip. Yeah, that was the easier choice. I could have done that. Easily, I could have just gone and just tell him two, 3 words and basically bash him in the head. That's what I could do. I'm not gonna make a circus out of it. I was thinking to do that because I was pissed. Basically taking my weight plates demonstratively in front of me, then looking at me like a moron. And then I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, fine. You can use the plates. Sure, if those squats are super important for you, they were important for me, but at least I waited for people to do their exercises like a normal person. But I guess this guy was more special. And just because he is friends with some of the guys there who are often customers doesn't scare me. You can be friends with a million guys. That doesn't really surprise me. It won't scare me, bro. Being the bigger man in the situation. I know. I've asked, I've shared this with few people, and basically those people told me he was trying to pick up a fight. What he thinks, like he's not that even big. He was some kind of a moron who was trying to look scary with his wide-looking eyes. Like some kind of a guy who went through wars. But I bet that this guy doesn't even know shit about wars, and I'm pretty sure that he would fill up his diapers if he went on the front on the ongoing wars. But anyways, that's another topic. And thinks if he has tats, he scares me. Bro, you don't scare me. But anyways, he can be really threatening and assertive in the gym if he wants. But of course, he can do that with me. I will let him do that with me because that's a dumb thing to do. And it will only make him look like an idiot. But if he does that in other gyms, I can assure you, you will have to play as a cross-dresser. That means he will have to turn into a woman by wearing wig, lipstick, makeup, and pretend to be a woman. Because if he tries that with other men, I can assure you he will turn into a woman. I'm not speaking from personal experience. I just know how such men end up. I can act tough just like in the movies with Jason Statham or Liam Neeson or Jackie Chan. But that's not the movies, bro. That's real life. So yeah. Basically, that was like a moment when a gunpowder was added in my powder keg and I really wanted to, just stand up and be a man. But what's the point? Like, I would only get in trouble because I don't know this guy if he's gonna call 100,000 million billion quadrillion guys to beat me up after gym so I can gather my bones and assemble them in a hospital. Because that's how most men even act. In 1v1, of course, it would be much different. But of course, most people just bring up more dogs so they can, chew me up. It's easier when you have a group of dogs, a group of hyenas attacking you. But yeah, basically, that's pretty much with my situation last week. It was my first ever situation. But yeah, basically, people that I've shared this told me that this guy was probably trying to pick up a fight. Yeah, there are such people in gyms, in bars, in clubs, at work. There are always those, let's say, alpha men which are trying to demonstrate that they're men by being loud and showing that they can have whatever they want. They have whatever they want because people let them, not because they got this, you know. Oh no, I did my calves. I basically went to do what did I want to do? I did triceps. He went to do on the same spot where I did triceps, but he was doing triceps, so there was no point for him to take my rope and where else he would put it. And the weight there, you can't take weight plates there. You just use some kind of a pin which connects to the specific weight you want to use to pull for your triceps. But yeah, he went to my same spot. You can say at this point he was trying really to pick up a fight with me. But then he had nothing to pin on to provoke me here. Sure, take my weight plates. Sure, go to the same spot I train. Like I said, the gym is not mine. Fine by me. Yeah, I guess he had a lot of testosterone back then. Or he was on what? Has at least 5, 6 energy drinks and thinks he owned the world. Sure, that's what he thought. hi there, Monica. Damn, you just missed out the specific thing that happened to me last week. I was talking about something that happened in the gym and I almost got into fight with. But anyways, yeah, it's basically men stuff. You know, men with their testosterone. It's been a long time, subscriber. I always wondered about your skin. Always look irritated. Do you have eczema? I have psoriasis. Yeah, for the 53 people watching me, yeah, it's none of your concern. It probably doesn't concern you. You don't give a shit. I get it. I don't give a shit about it, but yeah, I have psoriasis. Most people mistaking it with some kind of rash, which I get it from the roids. They think I'm getting. I mean, sure, yeah, I take roids. Call it whenever you want. The point is, I keep going. I keep progressing. But yeah, that's not eczema. Eczema is something else. That thing is way too much to be eczema. Yeah. My mom has psoriasis, I understand. And yeah, and it has no universal cure. There's biological treatment, but that means I have to take paid leave to go beyond systems, to have some kind of chemical go through my veins. I will clean myself, and I have to do this periodically, like with ampules or some kind of pills, medications. And I don't think right now it's the best time to do it, but I feel like my condition is worsening up little by little. Eventually, I would be forced to. Yeah, I feel like that's how things would develop eventually. But I don't think I'm the only one, and I will never be the only one that has this kind of skin condition. Yeah, I'm being looked at the gym as some kind of a freak. But if I had to look at every person who's looking at me and asking what I have, do you think I would progress at this stage I am currently? No. And probably this guy, I almost went in a fight last week. Probably he thought just because I look like a freak that he can treat me as a freak. That's fine by me. But I don't really think that. Yeah. So that's about, bottling my emotions. That's when I bottle my emotions, but I try to calm myself. Because in that way I was being, kind of disrespected, like I was minding my business and some guy just comes and, tries to mess up with me. I never messed up with anyone, and I don't mess up with anyone, but just this guy just comes and tries to challenge me. But of course I didn't accept his challenge because obviously it was a bait. So yeah, everyone, there's always bait in real life. People will always bait you. Support a non-violent approach, holding the proper boundaries. I just chose the reasonable, logical approach here, and that is not fighting in front of other men. Because then I would be the one to be blamed. I would be the initiator, the one who started the fire, and I would be sued. And eventually, probably he's going to bring up more of his goon friends, let me say it, his boyfriends. I'm not sure who's the passive and active. He's probably the passive guy. He's going to bring up the guys, grouping up, towering over me. Not that it did not happen to me before. It happened in school. In my first school, I was beaten up by 8, 9 people. Back then, it was my fault. But yeah, being beaten up by a group of people is really gruesome. They can torment you, they can torture you, they can make fun out of you, they can molest you, they can destroy your clothes, take your stuff, they can even they can they can leave such scars and bruises that would forever leave you with those. GG sauce. Yeah, I'm just saying how other people might have seen me, and for sure I've encountered some people that could have that had seen me like that because they confirmed this in that way. Maybe he was upset about something else that day. No, more like those people are such people who know they're like maggots, they're like losers, and they want to comfort themselves by basically trying to, you know, remember that there are bigger losers than them. I mean, sure, whichever you prefer. Dali Mobapu could help that. I'm not sure if you have Bulgaria are very expensive. If that's a treatment, if that's a medication which contains corticosteroids, don't really recommend me that. Also, I need to know every time it's late into I'm up, it's your life. Well, it's weekend. Obviously, I will be alive. Ain't that great? You get to see me. Yeah, getting ganged up is no fun. I've been ganged up 2 times, actually. Yeah, in school 2 times by friends who I believed they were my friends. I got ganged up and beaten up. Yeah, it's no fun because you have nowhere to go. You had one of them, the other one's gonna jump on you. You literally have nowhere to go, even if you know martial arts. Sometimes I was told by a taekwondo master the best thing to do is to run away. And that's what I did most of the times. But eventually I got caught because I don't have a strong cardio. So yeah, reminder for everyone here, the first step for your gym right now is to learn cardio, because when you get chased by guys with knives, pistols, or group of people, the best thing you can do is parkour and cardio, because in that way you'll have a strong endurance and escape those goons you really want to escape. Unless you're like me, being foolish and trying to 1v9 them, sure, you can try at your own cost of life. Psoriasis doesn't affect your ability to deliver an uppercut to someone's jaw. Yeah, but you see, my skin condition are like wounds. They're like my weakness because they can bleed. It can be a wound. Of course, I ignore the pain. I don't care if someone tries to scratch my wounds. I would still tear them up. Or at least I think I would tear them up. Because, I talk a lot of smack right now, but is all this that I'm talking about gonna happen? Probably not. Friend betrayal. Ouch. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Friend betrayals. It happens to all of us. That's why I think in real life you don't have friends. You have competition. You have competitors. So, when you go outside your door at work or with friends or at clubs, remember that you don't have actually friends. You have competition. Because when you're at your lowest, when you're exposed, when you're in hurt, I just want to let you know that in most cases, they would make sure you stay hard and they would take advantage of it. That is one of my fears, really, and I'm a woman. Yeah, exactly. Being attacked by someone with a knife, pistol, or just a bunch of guys, being forced is no such fun thing. It's really scary and dangerous. So, yeah, train your cardio and you'll be fine. What is your opinion on is that the ganja? Ganja? Personally, here where I live, it's illegal, so I haven't really tried it. Maybe one day I could. I don't really have any opinion of it, as I haven't tried it. I think ganja can be used in really limited portions, because when you exceed those portions, you're actually abusing with it and you're being inadequate all the time. it is time to welcome Jesus into your life. Okay, welcome Jesus. Um, yeah, it's so nice to see you here, Jesus. Was I supposed to say that? So yeah. So no matter how much you run from people when they're chasing you, back then when I used to run away, you eventually get caught unless you're some kind of a trained marathon person and you know how to run and 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 run until they get tired. Of course, I'm not such a person, so eventually I would be cornered. And when you're cornered, you're either killed or be killed. So what's the moral of this whole thing I was talking about? Always go out with more people. The more people you have, the lesser chance for you is to get molested and attacked by someone. Don't be like me. No, just kidding. I go out with people. But yeah, don't be like me being foolish and trying to approach and apprehend multiple people. You can't do that. I can't do that. With a more deep voice ASMR. Just like that. Still on my videos. Get to know that, Mikhail. Kinky or not, I make different videos, or at least I try to make different videos. But of course, some people really is convenient for them to close their eyes for the most of the videos and just open their eyes for the shirtless ones, which are basically like 3-4 videos on my channel, and they're like, oh, he's only making shirtless videos. He has changed for the worst. My dear friends, you only see that like 4 videos out of my current 683 videos. You're just really thirsty and horny people. I understand that. You haven't met someone to, someone to fuck your brains. But that doesn't mean that I would fuck yours. So yeah, people think that just because I've made such 4 videos being shirtless, oh, he's only gonna do shirtless videos from now on. Bitch, look at the fucking section where you have not only those videos. Look, only with which the shirtless one because I need the optimal level of mystery. Exactly. You want to imagine other things, and I understand that. But there are other videos too. It's easy when you just look at one type of specific video and then you close your eyes for the other ones. And you're like, oh, he's only making bad content. For you, yes. For others, I make good content. So for those people who think I make bad content, don't watch it. It's like me. There are like popular YouTubers on the internet, the most popular YouTubers on the internet. I don't watch them because their content is not interesting to me. But I don't go and say, I don't like your content. Your content is very bad. There are kids on YouTube. Just because there are kids on YouTube, they're at their own risk on being on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I can bet you that those kids are being on, just to let you know, they're being on different platforms for adults. If you think they're hearing those words from me for the first time, well, you can see clearly in my reaction. Have you ever tried to do a heartbeat ASMR like a doctor ASMR? I think I've done that before. Kids can see shirtless men, but I would never demand. Bro, I'm not the only one posting shirtless content. I think there are other people posting shirtless content. Of course, they also criticize them. But if you enjoy watching this, not only for the visual appearance, but for the ASMR too, then watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Você consiga balançar o peito? Yeah, sure, I understand your language clearly. Most badass responses. I don't think I have the most badass response. Those are my responses. Because I really get tired of people who comment on my channel and they're like, oh, your ASMR has gotten worse. Bro, don't watch it. Like, I heard this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I'm like, okay, I won't just post shirtless content. I will post actual ASMR inducing content. But they still kept commenting, your ASMR has gotten worse. You still haven't changed. And, sometimes when you read this for once again, you're like, not this shit again. And you're actually responding like, you know what? I'm tired of this. You cannot watch it if you don't want to. Don't be an asshole. It's just useless. They're spreading as they can just. Yeah, they're sharing their opinion as if it is the most important and valuable thing to me. Oh, yes, thank you. After this opinion, I will definitely, most definitely, utmost change my way of making content. No, wait, I will close my channel and I will apologize to everyone with the fake crying so you can feel better in your day. No, Harvey, putting that mic on your chest, I don't think I have such loud heart, trust me. Even though at this point you're wondering, like, damn, this guy has some kind of high stress levels. His heart must be beating quite a lot. That also reminds me, if you really want to hear my heart, I could just drink, like, I was thinking one way to make my heart actually beat really loud is to drink up to 10 cans of energy drink. then my heart would definitely explode out of heartbeats. Of course, that I'm joking. This is in the circle of the jokes. Would you ever do body paint? Can be on a shirt too. I could just take paint, kids paint that is washable. Unless I take this industrial paint and actually smudge it all over my body. The metal industrial paint, which doesn't come off. But yeah, eventually I could try to paint my body in different colors so you can hear all this. But it would be kind of messy, so when you think about it, thanks for the suggestion, Monica. What kind of vehicle do you drive? I drive a hatchback car. I haven't gotten a license for a motorbike yet. Don't get a heart attack, dude. Yeah. This is what I think about. Max mic power can take it. If you're on the mic under the left back. Yeah, could be possible. Props from Portugal. Hi there, nice to meet you. Welcome to my live stream. So yeah. Kenshi, do you want any tattoos? With this shit all over my hand, all over my arms, do you think I need any tattoos? I already have tattoos. What do you mean? They're pretty realistic. They're kind of freaky. They're making people quite uncomfortable. Back in one of the gyms last year, I was, working out, and some of they were like probably in high school, like 11th, 12th grade, like let's say 4 or 5 years younger than me. They were like scared of my marks, and they were like, what the heck do you have, dude? Is that a rash? And then I'm like, relax, chill out. It's a skin condition. It's non-contagious. And they kept asking, but what is it? I'm like, mate, I told you, it's not contagious. Don't worry about it. And they kept looking at me. And the biggest one came to me and said, but we asked, what was it? I'm like, bro, I told you it's not contagious. And I still won't tell you what it is. If you're really curious, find it out yourself. You don't scare me, bro. Even if you're the biggest coming and approaching and you think that you scare me, you're still a 12th grader. Probably they seen haven't seen a vagina apart from your mom's. So yeah, you don't really scare me, bro. What about piercings? Any interest? I was thinking to pierce my nipples. I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, could be one variant. Well, I'm not a big fan of the piercings, so I distance myself from them. So yeah, why would you need a tattoos when you've got all this? It freaks people. I even had other adults acting as kids, and they're like, why do you have this? Like, bro, why do you ask me why do I have this? You know, if you were me, would you want to have this? I don't think anybody would want to have this. That's when then I kind of, I think that he was some kind of an old guy. I think he wasn't having the complete. I think he kind of lost the plot already because he's old. The dementia really hits people. So I was like, bro, stop asking me those questions. This is none of your fucking business. Don't make me bash you. That was really annoying because I was waiting in front of a drugstore to get stuff for my mom, and I had to wait, and I had to listen to that moron on the side. He kept talking to me, and it was really frustrating. I put my headphones, then he kept screaming at me. He was like trying to attract attention. I was like, what the fuck you want from me, dude? Sure, other people are so numb to so much. Scared to hear such audacity. For me, the easiest thing here, I could say, yes, it is contagious, you better run. So at this point, it would like end of the story. People would be scared and they would run away from me. Because when you say it's not contagious, they ask more questions like, why? Why do you have it? Why it's not contagious? What is that? What do you have? Why do you have it? What made you have it? All those questions, I really want to avoid them because I don't owe anyone explanation. I mean, if we'd done a handshake like earlier and you're not covered in rash, that means it's not contagious. Anyways, yeah. So in circumstances, I think, well, if you say it's contagious, they may try to act smart and call, I don't know, some kind of the disease center so they can contaminate you or something like that. So yeah, just don't say anything. Avoid, ignore, do anything. Main thing, but I think our medical system is so that people overcompensate. I think the medical system in your country and my country is basically you better not get sick, because if you get sick, you might as well die in the hospital. That's how I think. Hi there, Ryan. Great to hear that. Great to read that. And there's plenty more content which is going to be coming. Hi there, Rodrigo. Any fitness goals for 2026 AF company? Yeah, basically to stay motivated, keep working so I can keep grinding and go from toned to shredded. But I think that would come with gaining weight because I think I'm not in the optimal weight for me and for my height. Because, each person with their own height has specific weight which would make them look great. So for me, at 6 feet tall, I would need to be around 100 85 or 190 pounds. Or that in kilograms, it's around 80, 90 kilograms. So that would be optimal for me, which would make me look better. I hope you love filming those videos. The draft one was amazingly unique. Okay, it's basically like a continuation of the previous year of me slapping you with a belt, but this time the dwarf got stronger and more dangerous, scarier. But what I did today, I already mentioned it in the comments, was a 1 hour video of me torturing myself. You can say it's a workout, but I can say it wasn't that much of a workout rather than doing nothing. So I'm thinking about it's either ASMR doing nothing for 1 hour or ASMR torturing myself for 1 hour. Because honestly, I did this 1 hour, clean 1 hour of raw footage without doing anything else. I will not be editing this. I will not be assembling. It's basically 1 hour of me torturing myself. It won't be edited. What is torture to you? Torture, it can be in different things like staying in one position for 1 hour and then you feel all your body going numb, just like my arms today and my legs, and I was shaking like hell. That was a torture, but I somehow managed to pass it after 1 hour. But I felt like the world was crumbling onto me when I finished it. It was, let's say it was kind of an isometric exercise. Now I understand what it's like staying in one place, something like that or that for an hour. It was horrible. Well, it was some kind of idea for a video, so I decided to try to do it while I still have some time before work, because when I start work again, I won't be able to do such videos. Do you have to gain or lose to get there? I think your muscle mass looks good already. I'm gaining. Actually, my goal is to have more than what I have right now. For some people, it may look ugly. I just believe I should try it. I may be wrong, of course. I'm aiming for more weight, like around 23 pounds more, ideally. The people I share this with think I'm already fine at this stage, but I think I should go a little bit more than that. You said it was horrible with a little smile, though. Because I can't believe I managed to do this. That means I have some kind of build-up endurance, which I've proved in this video, which I've done today, which I'll try to edit either tomorrow or in the upcoming week. So, oh shit. Oh, it's almost 4:30. Yeah, it's 4:30. Damn. Well, that's quite a live stream, right? Pretty much that's it. That's it for me. That's it from the events I've had. I had a casual, simple New Year Eve. A long stream indeed. I usually do my live streams more than 1 hour. The longest I've done I think it was almost 4 hours, where I was standing still, and people didn't believe I was still standing still after 4 hours. Yeah, it can be tiring, but I guess I have this kind of training. Hi there, Judea. Tingle over when you say discomfort. Hello there, Gustavo. Hello there. Could you do this, please? Bro, I've already done this. I know what you're trying to say. And it's stupid. Quite enjoyable. Need to come over sooner next time. Whenever you can. The point is, you came and it was great. I'm not sure when will be the next time for me to do live stream, because the weekends are usually the time when I'm trying to recharge my batteries for the upcoming week, in which I will be working once again. Because, I'm a slave, just like you, just like everyone else. Working, at least 90% of people are slaves. The other two are, well, the high life, the rich people. So yeah, we work for them, I guess. I'm surprised every time. I'm surprised too, like how I managed to stay up to that late. I guess I'm still young in my prime. People who ask you stupid questions about are ignorant, don't have conversation with another person's friend. No, I don't mind this. I don't. I actually feel sad about them, but of course I don't miss the opportunity to roast them as well. Sometimes I feel like I should be doing this. And when they return fire, I just stopped firing too, because I expect them. What I'm actually trying to aim here to experiment is to test their comebacks. I'm trying to provoke them back by typing some shit, like, which is equal to their shit. And they type me, and I expect them to type me something good, so I feel, wrecked. But instead, they type something dumb and stupid, of course, or something repetitive from the previous thing they said. I'm like, is that your comeback, bro? Because that's the dumbest comeback I've seen in quite a while. I don't write this. I say this to myself in the screen, and I don't reply to them anymore. They can say I've been defeated, but I can say I just think that they've put out a really lame comeback, and I have nothing else to say about it. What are your plans for 2026? Lose weight and basically. Yeah, basically, I'm all the same, Judea. I'm all the same. Literally, apart from losing weight, I'm actually gaining weight. The rest is pretty much identical. Head cushion from like 4 years ago is still my favorite. I hope you have a good start for your year. Well, I really hope so too. And I do believe that the start of the year depends on me. This is why I'm trying to do different videos like I did today, yesterday. Like today I did. Actually, it's already yesterday. I did a video, and I'm going to be uploading in the upcoming weeks. It's going to be something different. At least I tried to do it. Let's see if it's going to be watchable, ASMRable, relaxable, which kind of able you want to name it. We'll see about it. Happy New Year, Sonpi. I wish the best to you as well, and stay safe out there. It's almost okay. Let's make it like 10 more minutes. Let's make it like 2 hours standard. At this point, I will be going to sleep late. It's Saturday. Well, it was Saturday yesterday. Now it's already Sunday, so I can go to sleep late. And yeah, I don't have to worry about work or something like that. What kind of things do you do to relax, like music, reading, ASMR? What I do is detoxicating myself by working out. Today, I did a home workout because I'm too lazy to go to the gym because it's also cold. What I do is training. I put a 33 pounds weight plate on my back and I do push-ups, triceps push-ups like that. And I already do like 10 to 15 reps per set. It's really giving up pain in my arms, but it's really nice. I've always wanted to do that, and finally I'm doing it. I think it's more like, I'm not sure I would gain massive arms, but it's just for strength. It's like calisthenics. You're putting more weight on an exercise, so when you do it without weight, you skyrocket. You were my number one YouTuber. You probably will be number one of 2026 as well. Great to hear that, too, boo. Great to read that and to hear that while saying it. So, I really hope you keep enjoying watching my content. Well, and I wish you a happy new year, too. Actually, people, I'm kind of thinking if I should be staying up to 10 more minutes. I'm just kidding. Like, for those days, I've decided to do challenges and I will keep up with them. Is it difficult to train calves for you? No, I think training quads is more difficult than training calves. I just want to say that I have a little bit of bigger calves than my quads, which is unusual if you ask me. That means I need to train more quads with leg extensions and squats. I like your videos because you also keep a sense of humor in them and they make me laugh. Okay, yeah, great to hear that, HD. You can go to sleep now. I wish you good night and Happy New Year ahead. So yeah, I have some kind of developed calves, but I need to do more quads. Hi there, Pro. Great to see you here at the end of my live stream, but it still counts. You're here. You came here. I wish you a happy new year. Oh, can you believe this? It's quite quiet. I mean, no pigeons, no seagulls, no neighbors just throwing iron bars or whatever they have above or side or under me. That's great. Well, it's late. Yeah, I mean, it's late for me. I'm not sure how late it is for you, or rather, it is on time for you. Crickets and strange thoughts that we cannot share. Well, let's just wait. Okay, yeah. I don't hear anything. It's quiet. This is how I like it. And basically, this is the time I mostly enjoy doing ASMR, but I just can't stay up to 5 or wake up at 5 each time to do a video. That's too much devotion for me. But I've done that. The Joker roleplays I used to do for Halloween and basically for 2024, like 2 videos. I did them in once because I still had the makeup and I decided to do it 2 in 1. It was hell for me. I stayed up to 5 and I wasn't feeling fine at all the next day. I like the extension of your mind. My mind can extend quite a lot. I'm just scared to extend it because it can extend quite a lot. So have you taken a break off League? Oh no, today I played League and guess what? I still had trollers and dogs, NPCs trolling me, so I couldn't win a lot of games. Nothing new. What's new? That's why I'm focusing on other games on Steam as well. Sleeping at 5 and waking up after that, gosh, I can't imagine how tired I'd be. It's like basically you've been clubbing, you've been going to club and partying, you've been going to a party. Basically, that's it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it during weekends. Another thing is when you do it daily. Yeah, that's when you're actually fucking up your regime. Through the headphones. In a video in which we can hear your intrusive thoughts. If you hear my intrusive thoughts, you might be wondering how am I still alive, because I think about anything but what is currently happening right now. I think of anything else but not this right now. I liked your flags videos. Oh yeah, I'm back with the geography. I tested all of you on geography and you failed it, so we'll see each other again. You have to renew your knowledge and license in geography so you can be part of the society, because when you don't understand geography, you can't be part of the society. Simple. The best people will understand. I don't think anyone will understand my intrusive thoughts. I don't think. I don't understand them, let alone to you. I'm just saying. Kenshi, when do you usually go live? I would usually go live usually on Saturdays around 2 or 3 a.m. my time, or 1, which would go up until 3 hours, the max. Do you? No, I don't think I understand my thoughts. And, sometimes I really can't control them. I can contain them, but I can't control them, which is different. But yeah, I'm pretty sure all of you can control those thoughts most of the times. That's fine. You don't have to control them, but you can contain them. You can just gather them up. You can just balance them, but you can't control them because they will just sprung out eventually at some point. Where is from Kenshi? Kenshi's from. It starts with Mon and ends with Kolia. All right. This is where I'm from. Kenshi, do have some goal for 2026. Prozo, yeah, maintaining the same goals from previous year, because my goals do not just end with just a year. My goals are more strategic. They're extending over the years rather than just a year. So yeah, I'm just continuing with the goal of building myself and surviving this world. Alex, your boxing video long back ago. You should do a sequel now with your shredded body. Bro, if I actually went to an actual boxing rink, boxing match, and boxing lessons, I would sure get mauled. My boxing is ridiculous. Nah, bro, you're lying. I'm not lying, bro. Am I the teacher or are you the teacher? Because I think I am the teacher. I'll control some more call you here. Obviously, they are. I mean, yeah. So, Soren, who's lying, bro? I mean, the chat agrees with me, so. I guess I'm the teacher here. I guess you should just go back and revise where you're actually from, and when you come back, you're gonna know where I'm from as well, because it's all the same. Oh. Kish, I think that you should start a gaming channel. I should start a gym channel. I should start a gaming channel. I should start a prank channel, because I've been thinking about pranks. But if I start pranking the people I talked about those pranks, I think they would kill me. I don't think I would live up to make any more ASMR, nor gym, nor pranks, nor gaming content. That is deep. Swearing. I certainly think that this is only 1/20th of the swearing you'd see out of me. You should have seen me when I was toxic in 2018 and 19. I was at my worst. I was cursing people. Not that I still don't do it. I'm just saying now I'm more balanced. I just know when I can stop. Like before, I didn't know. Gym channel has its limitations. Gaming channel is easier to maintain. I think it's quite the opposite. I think people are more interested in seeing your visual appearance than the kind of games really depends on what kind of games you're playing. I have different ideas of games I would play, and even if I try new games and I suck at them, nobody would watch me now. Aren't we all? Probably we are. I think every channel has its limitations, not just gaming. I think everything has its limitations. At some point, you have to stop and you have to switch to something else, make a transition or something like that, because you're reaching the limit of the current channel. It can never hurt to start. I absolutely agree with you. Jokes aside, I've been thinking about another channel. I just don't know when, because I work, I do ASMR, and I'm also gaming, trying to be myself and just relax when I'm playing games. So yeah, I just want to make sure I do all this. And sometimes I don't have much time for anything else. What's your favorite type of meat? Pork, beef, chicken, and salmon. This is what I want to eat as meat. Everything else, apart from those, is not real meat to me. It's more like junk food trash, which I don't want my stomach near. At least most of the time. I thought you relaxed when doing this. You think I relax while I'm doing ASMR videos? That's like saying, when you read a novel of writers who wrote them in the field of philosophy, you think they're quite enjoying writing philosophy. No, trust me, the people that create content, that write books, that create content and stuff, are the most frustrated, stressed, and depressed people you'll ever see. You're just an enjoyer. You're enjoying the final product. While before the final product, you have to do the actual product and have to do it. If you think I'm being relaxed while doing this, I wish that was the case. I really wish that was the case, but it's not. What kind of food is expensive where you live? All food is expensive, basically. Where you whip the camera, not in those where you whip the camera. Literally, everything I do, Prozo, is not relaxing to me. It is relaxing when I don't do it, but I have to do it. With a very muted-ish sound could be fun. I think it's a really bad idea if I start a gaming channel. You would see me in darker light. You would see me cursing. You would see me insulting, and I think I should be muted and just playing, but it won't be interesting, so I guess I have to be cursing. I mean, if that's what you want, then that's what I'm going to do. Happy New Year, Sasha Gerard. I wish you health and more success as well. So, we've made already 2 hours. That's crazy work. All right. Yeah, we made like to 55 people, but unfortunately, those 55 people, I would have to say to all of you, to who's watching, that I would have to end this live stream. Just unbeat you. I think that's the best case, Monica. Yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah, we'll see about it. Well, folks, that's pretty much it for this live stream. Thank you to everyone who joined this live stream. You can check out my links in the description below if you ever want to follow me on Instagram or on Discord, whichever you prefer. The choice is all yours. I do not mind communicating with any of you. I wish you once again a happy year. I wish the best for the upcoming 2026. And once again, thank you for joining my live stream. I really hope you enjoyed it, and really hope you have a nice rest of the day or the night. Have a good night. Bye. Oops.